friends, welcome to my channel JB's Crochet, and I'm Amber, and today, well, it's always unscripted with me. I thought I'd do a quick video as part of the Christmas extravaganza that KK Crochet is doing. I said I would participate, and I have been dragging my feet, and I finally got it. I finally got my products done that I wanted to show. And so yeah, I thought I'd take a few minutes to show you the items that I have come up with for some items that you could make as Christmas gifts for family, friends, whoever. So last year I made some trivets, or another way to think of them as hot pads, not hot pads that you would use your hands with, but hot pads that you could, it's a trivet. It sits under the hot item, between the hot item and the surface that you're sitting it on, whether it be your table, your counter, or whatever. And I used what is called wiggly crochet. So this is actually one I made from last year that I didn't give to anybody because I had made enough, and I kind of liked this one for me, so I kept it. It's just really cool. It's worked with this row first out here towards the center. So the center one's the last one that I mean, you could probably work the center out if you wanted to, but in the chart, I believe you start with this row out here and move your way into the center. It really doesn't matter as long as you can follow the pattern, because you have to follow. There's a grid on the back here. This is the bottom. The bottom, see, I can never decide. The bottom looks just as cool as the front. So you could almost have a double-sided hot pad because it can still sit. It'll still give you the buffer between the hot item and the surface. But if you look close enough, there's this dark brown. You make a grid, like a mesh. So to start, you chain like 44 stitches, 44 chains, and then you start crocheting into the 8th. You double crochet into the 8th chain from the hook, and then you chain 2, skip 2, chain 2, skip 2, all the way down, chain 5 to start your next row, and go into the second from the end. So the first double crochet that you would come to after you skip 2 into that first double crochet, right? You'll know if you start doing this, and then you just chain 2, skip 2, or chain 2, go to the next double crochet, chain 2, go to the next double, all the way across. And it's like a 13 grid, 13 square by 13 square grid. So a 13 squared grid, I guess. So when you count across, you're gonna have 13 holes across this way and across this way. And then you just start doing the wiggly pattern, and each, so like this is considered your odd row, your odd number row or round. This pattern is different from the even row round pattern. So the way that the squiggly is done, the pattern is slightly different from the odd to the even rows. So yeah, and you can color change if you want to, or you can make it all one color. You can make them in the like team colors if you wanted to for a family member or friend that's a big sports fan, or you can do their favorite colors. This one reminded me of sunflowers, even though this one reminded me of sunflowers. I don't know why, just the colors, and I love sunflowers. So that is one I made from last year. I just made this one over the last 2 days, but only because I had to set it down. No, I think I did it in one day. It took me one day to complete with having to set it down and do other stuff. But this is what it looks like before it's washed. So it's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna show you. So this is the original one, or it's been washed. The brown and yellow one's been washed. It's quite a bit bigger, the new one. So I think because it's made with cotton, it shrunk a little bit. So I'm assuming this will shrink when it'll shrink in a little bit, which will help with the holes. But this still works really good as a hot pad between your hot thing in your surface. So this, I love this one. So what I did is I actually used a variegated rainbow colored one and then this solid teal or turquoise. I always get those mixed up. I know teal's more of a greenish blue and, or no. Yeah, and then turquoise is that blue, lighter blue. So I think this is, I don't know. I don't know. I get them mixed up all the time, but I thought this looked really cool. I almost want to keep this one for myself, but I do have more of this yarn. I can make more. So I didn't want to make another one the same day I made this one, which was, I think, yesterday. And I can get about one in a day, and that's about the most of that my ADHD brain, self-diagnosed brain, can handle, I guess. Some days I might whip out two if I'm really feeling it, but I had some leftover of the skein. I still have leftover. I got this out of here and still have quite a bit left. Granted, I only did every other row with this. And the base color, the grid color, is a silver gray color, a gray. So it's a neutral color. Anyway, I had extra of that and I ran 2 strands together, one from the outside, one from the inside, and made a scrubby. This one's a little bigger than the one I've made in the past. Last year I made a single strand scrubby. This one I ran 2 together just to get, I don't know, just for poops and giggles. However, on the other side, I do that scrubby yarn, that scrubby sparkle yarn. That's that more plasticky yarn, right? And because I ran 2 together here, what? Sorry about that. I had a little kid interruption, as you saw at the end of the little, like, second ago. Anyway, so because I ran 2 together on this side to make up for the size, because the size of just a single strand is a little smaller. It's probably about in here, not this edge, but like somewhere in the middle of here. It's a little bit smaller than this one. I ran 2 of these together. I ran one from the inside, one from the outside of this scrubby yarn. Now, my only issue with that wasn't because it's the scrubby yarn, but because it's so thin. Like, it's really thin, and trying to hold even 2 of these together was hard to hold in my hand and continue to crochet with it. I mustered through it, I got through it, but I decided I'm not going to make double-stranded of this anymore. Not because it's itchy and scratchy, but because it was hard to hold. That's it. So, this one is going to be a one-of-a-kind. And the other thing is because I ran 2, I don't know how to get this knot to not be so pokey and sticking out like that. So, hey, I've been doing this for, you know, over 15 years and I still struggle with issues too. So if you're a beginner and you're just starting out or you're just in your first year or so, it's okay to have struggles and it's okay to have mistakes. So this will probably be for me. I haven't actually used one of these before, so I'm kind of, because I ran 2 together, I feel like this is going to be a good scrubby for dishes. So they can be used as good, you know, kitchen scrubbies, or if you're into exfoliating your skin, it would work as a good exfoliating side because it definitely has some exfoliation roughness to it. So, but last year, like I said, what I did is I took one of these, I think I folded it about in thirds like this, or maybe I don't remember, I have to remember. Maybe I folded it, I don't know, this doesn't feel right, but you know, I gave them 2 of these and I tied a piece of twine around it and just gave it to them like that so they could see what it was, but they had to open it to see the true size of it. So I feel like I made this a little big, but I'm not sure. I'm going to wash it up and see if it turns out the same size as this one, because I feel like I was able to get it like this. I don't know. I don't remember. But I do remember making 1 hot pad and 2 little scrubbies. And then I made a whole bunch, and then I had some extras after giving to family that I had, when I had friends over, I said, hey, pick one of these sets out. And they would pick a set out. I literally just had them in a bag and let them dig through it and said, Merry Christmas, that's your Christmas present. And they loved it. I even had one of my friends come back and say, can you make me some more scrubbies? So I made her some more scrubbies. So I am out there to make scrubbies. If anybody wants some scrubbies, just reach out to me and I will get something figured out. Either, you know, I don't know. I'm bad at charging. So I don't know what I would charge for things, because I am somebody that would, I don't necessarily want to, I want to give things away, but also I want to, you know, make a little money for my time, you know. Don't we all? But I do like to give out of the goodness of my heart. So so that's why when I say I'm going to charge, like, say, I don't know, $5 for this scrubby. I mean, this is a pretty decent sized scrubby. It's almost the size of my hand. I mean, I have small-ish hands, but oh, I don't have my, actually, got my measuring device right here. Let's see. It measures about 4 3/4 across, so almost 5 inches. So that's a pretty decent size. So $5 for this, you know, the reason I say that is I don't want to charge it, I don't want to price it so high that, you know, to price it for my time and my supplies and all that, because that's not what I'm doing this for. Like, I want to make it and then make it affordable for somebody to buy. You know, if they can buy just one for $5 and that's, you know, good for them, like that's a good deal, then that's what makes me happy, you know. Like, I don't want to charge like $15 for this, because that's how much time and supplies and shipping and all that goes into it. That's just, I don't know. I'm not doing this as a business. You know, I'm doing this for fun. And so, but I do want to make a little money off of it, you know, just a little bit. Just so I can take that money and go buy more yarn. Don't we all, right? And then I'm not taking it out of my family's money. So that's why I'm doing it. Just because, like, I want somebody to be able to buy this as a gift for somebody and not feel like they have to break the bank to buy it, you know? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't mind breaking even or losing out a little bit. That's where my generosity, I feel like, comes in. Like, I just don't care, you know? Like, I would rather somebody be happy that they were able to afford a homemade item like this, handmade item like this, as a gift for somebody, you know, or for themselves. So that's how I look at it. So I am really pushing to make this 15 minutes, and like, I only got another minute or two. So, the other thing I was thinking as a Christmas gift, are these Sun Bunnies. This actually took me just a couple days to finish, because these pieces and parts they don't take very long. Like, this one arm, leg took me, I don't know, 30 minutes, 30 hours, so an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't know, 8 hours maybe. And then this little cottontail, little puff, that took me all of like 10 minutes, 15 minutes after all the cutting and stuff. Like a day. Like, if you were to work on this and you're a decent crocheter, like, you don't have to be fast either. Like, I'm not talking fast. A day or two to get this done. This is Miss C's cottage, somebody. If you want the pattern for this, she does have tutorials, so to speak, where they're actually lives that she did on her channel, where it's called Some Bunny Sundays, where she goes through and actually works through how to make a leg, and then you just basically make 3 more after you make the one with the video, and then she shows you how to do the body, and then she shows you how to do an ear. Like, I think that was like 4 or 5 different Sundays that it took to make this whole bunny. And then there's like, she does it a couple different times. So you just have to go through and look through her lives. But if you find her email on her channel and you email her, she will send you the written pattern for this. So this is another idea for a Christmas gift because it's quick-ish. A little sewing. I mean, if you could see this in person, there's nothing straight about this bunny. This arm is a little forward. The head is kind of like this. And then the legs, like, just, I don't know. They don't, there's, like I said, there's nothing straight about it. Like, this is, the legs are straight to the camera, but the bunny isn't. Like, and I feel like it's fitting to my sister, though, because she's very much a hot mess. And so it just works. But it gives the bunny character, you know? It makes it kind of look like it's curious or something, you know, listening to you. That's what it is. It's listening with its big ear. It turned out so cute. I was going to save this for my whips and FOs video that I was going to do, but I was like, you know what? This would make a great Christmas gift for any kid that you know, or anybody out there that you want to make a somebody for, to show them that somebody out there loves them. So yeah, those are my ideas for Christmas extravaganza. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give me those thumbs up because those really help, and share the video out so other people can see these ideas. And if you haven't already, maybe hit that subscribe button. And oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm over 1,000 people. That's crazy. It's so crazy that 1,000 people. Now I know a lot of people are doing it just to support the rest of us, which is awesome. So I hope that those new people that do subscribe to me watch my videos and truly enjoy them. So I know a lot of you do, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you for returning and coming back and commenting and being somebody that loves me. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can hold this like this for a second and see if YouTube will pick up this one. Is that long enough? All right, y'all. Don't forget, it's a beautiful day to be positive and kind and put a smile on somebody's face. And then also go out and create beautiful things. I will see you on the next video, friends. Bye.